What's up, boy? My man. Appreciate you, man.
But I would feel like I failed as a father.
I think most
if I'm
fathers,
sitting across from the table with a dude the same age as me that's dating my daughter.
And then I looked this way and then I saw her. Like they reappeared together.
The infamous rapper Sean Diddy Combs is hot in the news once again with an even crazier story this time. We all already know the long list of Diddy's controversies, so what's new this time? Well, Nick Cannon's interview has resurfaced where he really pointed fingers at Steve Harvey's parenting, as Nick believes that Steve gave his daughter, Lori Harvey, to Diddy for personal benefits for the two male celebrities. There's a lot of mind-blowing connectivity, so stay sharp and connected until the end to unfold the mystery that has remained unsolved over the years. Nick Cannon might have revealed every detail about it. Let's dive right into it. Diddy has always managed to remain in the headlines, either it be because of his amazing content as an artist or due to the unlimited controversies wrapped around the mogul. The rapper has had a decades-long career and is one of the most influential in the field. However, recently he has been struggling. We all know Lil Rod's recent lawsuit filed against Diddy. The authorities even raided his residencies in Miami and Los Angeles. However, most cases filed against him have come from women. He has been accused of inappropriate behaviors, physical violence, and receiving unfair advantages from them. Lori Harvey has also been linked with Diddy in the past. Was it official? No. Did the rumors have a base? Yes. Nick Cannon believes Steve Harvey had a major impact on the reported relationship. Firstly, let's sort out the odds of the rumored relationship. Lori is the adoptive daughter of Steve, whom he accepted with open hands after he married her mother, Marjorie Harvey. The romance rumors developed when the pair was spotted in New York taking a stroll in the Big Apple Soho neighborhood. This can be a coincidence, right? They also wore matching outfits. Can this be a coincidence too? The pair has also been spotted together on numerous occasions, such as at dinner in Malibu. Lori was seen wearing a large diamond ring on her finger, and the fans' pressure was so much that the model had to announce that she was not engaged. She posted on her Instagram, "I'm not engaged. Stop believing everything y'all read on a blog." Until now, this was a normal relationship for the fans, but the tables turned when the duo was spotted in Italy alongside the one and only Steve Harvey. Marjorie was also accompanying them. Diddy even had his arm around Lori's chair while the attendees enjoyed a sunny outing. The spotting raised many eyebrows. The viewers were concerned, as many believed it was Steve himself who forced his daughter to step into a relationship with Diddy. Nick Cannon couldn't keep his quiet as well. Apparently, Diddy and Lori have a huge age difference between them. The Masked Singer host appeared on Vlad TV, and he made sure to highlight it. She's what, 23? Nick said before discovering Lori's actual age. And he's 49? 22 and 49. Oh man. The comic clarified that he doesn't have a problem with the age gap. However, he would be devastated if his own daughter had done such an act. He claimed, "I would heartbroken if that was my own daughter." To each his own. This statement of Nick's led the viewers to believe that he was hinting towards the role of a father and how Steve Harvey lacked his responsibilities. What the artist said further on was even more harsh, and it strengthened the public's views. Nick continued saying that he would feel like I failed as a father if I'm sitting across the table with a dude the same age as me that's dating my daughter. I would feel like I failed. You know what's the most surprising? Nick himself was in a relationship that had a big gap in terms of age. He was previously married to Mariah Carey, who was 11 years older than him. Some viewers believe that Nick's criticism was invalid, as he was in the same situation for which he is disapproving now, while others believed that Nick's statements were valid, as he has gotten experience relating to the situation. What do you think about it?
Like Mariah and my mom is like in the same age.
The dating rumors faded soon, with another rumor of the pair splitting apart. However, the relationship between them was never officially accepted by either party. Lori Harvey was even questioned about it, on which she stated, "It's so funny because I'm so quiet. There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've seen stories about me being fully in love with somebody, and we have this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy, and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before." It was proven by photos that Lori did meet Diddy, so why did she deny it? Was there anything actually going on between her and the music producer that Lori was trying to hide? Days after the news of their breakup, Diddy posted an Instagram Instagram of a plate that read, "I have decided to be happy because it is good for my health." This made people believe more in the rumor that there was something fishy going around. Christian Combs, Diddy's son, strengthened the dating rumors before the news of their breakup during a red carpet appearance where he claimed, "They are good. They're just being private time. That's up to them." The viewers widely believe that Steve Harvey is under the influence of Diddy, and this is why he made the deal, including his own daughter, so that he can remain in the good books of Puff. We all know what happened to Puff's greatest rivals. Big E shot. Tupac shot. There have been many rumors in the past claiming Steve Harvey to have covered for Puff on various instances. Suge Knight had the same opinion too. Knight was sentenced to prison back in 2015, however, a clip obtained by TMZ emerged, which was allegedly an outtake from the Death Row Records founder's podcast, Collect Call, which he hosts from a California state prison where he is serving a 28-year sentence for voluntary manslaughter. In the audio, Suge can be heard crystal clear taking the name of Steve Harvey as he shows light on Steve's real feelings about Tupac. "You got Steve Harvey, old you know, this telling well. Pack? Let's not forget Diddy was one of the prime suspects involved in Tupac's shooting. Suge Knight allegedly raised questions on how Steve Harvey can be around the person who is massively believed to be involved in Tupac's murder. The audio continued.
"If you love Pac so much, how you with the everybody say got something to do with the first get down that happened to Pac in New York?"
Suge has been in jail since 2015. We don't even know if he had heard about Lori and Diddy's relationship rumor. Diddy's history of reported violence is a secret to no one. The viewers raised questions on how Steve Harvey let his daughter fall into his trap, knowing the rapper for decades and being aware of his past. At this point, Gina Huyn's interview resurfaced. Gina revealed that she dated the rapper for 5 years, and that period had nothing but loads of physical and mental torture. "He stomped on my stomach really hard, like took the wind out of my breath," Huyn told controversial blogger Tasha K at the time. She continued, "I couldn't breathe. He kept hitting me. I was pleading to him, 'Can you just stop? I can't breathe.'" However, the viewers were forced to jump from their seats when Gina revealed insights about Lori and Diddy's relationship. Gina stated,
And I saw a picture of him and Lori, like the same exact pose.
What do you mean?
I mean, the same exact pose that he took with me,
Okay.
and he did the same with Lori.
"Hold on a minute. Lori might just be another victim of Puff. And still, Steve Harvey spoke nothing? This surely seems fishy." Steve Harvey must have chosen not to speak. However, Nika Cannon decided to speak on one of the physical violence cases of Diddy. Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against Sean in November of 2023. Cassandra claimed that she met the rapper in 2005 when she was only 19 years old, and Diddy's pattern of controlling her started not much later. She claimed the artist beat her, intoxicating her and forcing her to perform intercourse with other males while he filmed the act. After years in silence and darkness, Ms. Ventura said in the statement, "I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." This is disturbing even to hear, right? Wonder what Steve Harvey must have been thinking before letting his daughter date Diddy. Douglas Wigdor, a lawyer for Cassie Ventura, stated that the parties had spoken before the suit was filed. Mr. Combs offered Ms. Ventura 8 figures to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit. He said she rejected his efforts. Nico has also spoken on the Cassie Diddy controversy, and he is restrained from taking sides. The resurfaced interview from February's episode of his Council Culture show, in which Nico discussed the music mogul alongside Ian Lavanzant. The recording was before Diddy's homes were raided by Homeland Security investigations. Nico agreed on Cassie being harmed and having faced violence, and he extended his utter support for her. "I find difficulty when I'm asked about people that I know about. It was either The Breakfast Club or Angela Yee or something, and they asked me about Puff. I answered it as honestly as I knew how to answer it," he said. "I kinda said, I'm praying for Cassie. This is someone who was hurt, who was victimized." The comedian continued, "But then, when this question goes a little bit further, so what about Puff? It's like like, I don't know how to feel about that. Nico explained how he has a personal relationship with both artists and he cannot take sides over it and has to dodge the bullet of this question. I know these people. They're not just public figures to me, so I have to almost do this dance about when it comes up, because just as much as I know Diddy, I know Cassie. The Nick Cannon Show host further added, we just like the audience. We sitting back, praying and hoping for the best. But then at the same time, when individuals, it's like a family member. When you hear something happened, you're like, we don't know the truth. We don't know everything. And when it's revealed, it will be revealed, he said at the time. The fans were shocked what the host revealed next. The artist disclosed how Diddy helped him when he was suffering in life. When I was going through my stuff, someone that called, checked on me, stood by me, stood up for me, and I was like, what do I owe? From what we know, Nico knew Diddy personally. He knew details that most of us aren't aware of. Cannon explaining how Puff helped him during his struggle period is evidence that he had a strong relationship with Puff. If you help someone, you expect the bond to grow, to strengthen. However, in Nico's case, he seemed hesitant to provide open support for Diddy. He refused to be biased in Cassie Ventura's case. He also raised queries when Steve Harvey was rumored to be dating Puff. What is there for Nico to be afraid of Diddy? I think all the recent progress in Diddy's lawsuits and his own friends struggling to support him give the impression that Diddy is on the verge of something big. Either his fall from the position of the uncrowned king in the hip-hop world, or his success from the cases as a sole winner. Whatever is going to happen will occur soon. Nick Cannon has been a friend of Diddy, and observing his interviews makes everyone think that Diddy might actually have a violent past, and the victims filing lawsuits against him might be speaking the truth. What is your opinion on this? Let me know in the comment section. Click on the video on your screen to find out more crazy stuff and prepare yourself for another roller coaster ride.